Hello my crafty friends, it's Sheree. How's everyone doing today? I have a new journal flip through for you today. So exciting, and it's it's already for July, for Christmas in July. So I might be posting this before July actually gets here because I've already finished it. But whatever, it is for July, for my Christmas in July journals. I just got a kind of a head start, I guess. And so this is one of the books I showed you, and I have two more that I showed you in one of my videos. So those two new ones will also be for the new challenge for my that I'm doing for myself, and that is to do a few journals for Christmas in July. In July, so let's go ahead and get started on this flip through, and I'll show you what I have here. This is the tall narrow one, and it turned out so cute. I love it. It's different, but I just have tucked in here some of my little strips, and these have Christmas paper on them, so they're my sewn together strips that can be used for decorating the edges of the pages or cut apart for tabs on whatever you want, pages, journal cards, tags, and then I have a few different Christmas related scraps here. I'm trying to see if this is I think this is Christmas music here too, from a hymn book. It's just a scrap though, so it's hard to tell, but it does mention angels down here, so I think I think that was from Christmas music. So here is the journal. Let me tell you, when you see this video, it will be in my shop, but let me tell you, and all the stats will be there, but it's actually a little over, just barely over, like 4 1/8 inches across, and then it is 11 inches tall, and it has two signatures. I've got a removable tassel here, fabric, ribbon, rickrack, and I've got this little doily, star doily I found in a thrift store, and I've got some bells on there. So fun tassel, fun little kind of fluffyish tassel. You can hear the bells, but real pretty ribbons and things in here. So lots of pretty colors, and there's some, this is Christmas fabric, and just all kinds of fun, pretty things in there. So that is, like I said, removable. It's on a binder clip. Well, it's on a binder clip, and it's also on a notebook ring that you can, like a loose leaf ring that you can open up to. So either way. So here is the ribbon closure, little tie closure for this journal. And did I show you the back? This is the original cover on the back, and the fabric. Here's the, two signatures, and this is the fabric I have on the spine. It's some Christmas fabric. Lots of pretty colors. There's like so many colors in here. Yellow, blue, there's a light blue. There's a little bit of pink somewhere in here. Just there's some pink right there, and just all the colors. That's why the tassel is so colorful. I mean, why not, right? So here was the original inside of the book, and so I just left it as it was, and then there was a little name here that I just put a little piece of this fabric over, so covered up the name. And then we start out, each signature starts out with cardstock. So this is some pretty Christmassy cardstock. And as you can see, there is some pom-pom trim here, as you can see from the side here. A little peeking out there a little bit, some green pom-pom. And I have it right here on this page. And then here, as we turn, I have a pocket with a tag, or this could be a bookmark too, whatever you want it to be. But just this was from one of my scrapbook paper kits, and I just thought it was so cute, and it fit in here. It was a long, narrow tag, or cut. I think it was originally a cut apart, and it just fit in here so nicely. And I've had this for a couple years, trying to use it. So I finally said, "This is the journal for this tag." And then right here on this pocket, I have a little. This is like a little gift tag with a little. You see a little penguin on there, and that just flips open for writing space. And then this is some cardstock here, and on the other side I have a little coaster here, paper Christmas coaster, and then this is a little tag, or It's actually from a game card, a Christmas game called Holiday Charades, and you can write on the back, use it for a journaling card. And you can add to it, you can add ribbon to it or do whatever you want. You could even make it into, like on a blank page or something, you could make it into some kind of pocket or tuck spot. And now over this, on this next page here, this is actually computer stationery, you know, that you say print your Christmas letter that you're going to send out to your relatives. And so that's what this is. And so you can see the little decoration here. And then I added this kind of a puffy Santa Claus sticker. I added him right there. I just thought he looked like he belonged there. So he is there. And on this side is a little tag or bookmark that I just put here to decorate this page. A piece of cardstock here. And then on the back of that I have a little pocket here. This was actually made, this is actually packaging, like vintage packaging. And so I made that into a pocket, just rounded the corners, and I have a little tag in there, a little gnome tag. You can write on it, or you put him somewhere as a decoration, whatever you want. And then I have this envelope pocket in this signature. I put this little decoration here on the front, little Christmassy decoration, and in there I have several stickers, Christmas stickers. They're Christmas trees, different little Christmas trees. So pretty and so cute to use to decorate. And then this is graph paper here, so plenty of room to enter and put in what you want into this journal and do your writing and whatever you want to do. But this is a little tag or a little booklet kind of thing that I made from the pages from this book. I did a video where I took this book apart and showed you what I was doing with it. And this is one of the things I did with the pages. They came out like this, like I could, you know, two to a piece. And then I put some cardstock in here for writing space. And then you have the front cover like that and the back cover. And those just turned out so cute. So all the paper clips in here that are holding things in are decorated. Next page is just some green paper, and I have on here this cute little gold sticker. These are so cute. I think I actually got those at a thrift store, but I would really like to find some more. If you can see right there, there's a little snowman. I love how it's the gold outline of the snowman, and then you can see the green through it. It's just really so simple, but so pretty. And then the next page is another type of computer stationery with the tracks, and it's Christmassy. As you can see, there's Christmas decoration here. So lots of writing room there. And then I have a red doily here for Christmas colors. And then in the center here, I have some wrapping paper. So there's no, yeah, lots of, this is really thick, by the way. This is really thick wrapping paper, so that's why I didn't back it with anything. And it had this pretty color on the back, this pretty red color. So back half of the second signature, this is a flip out here. Was there a flip out on the other side of that track paper? No. Okay, so yeah, I left it where it fit in here, where this side was, you know, no flip out, and then I didn't cut off this part, and I made a flip out there, a little string. And then right here on the flip out, I have a little, this is a wooden piece that I recently brought home from the thrift store. It's a little wooden gnome, so cute. Can you see it okay? I know I've got a little bit of glare going on here. But yes, it's a cute little gnome right here. Just so adorable. This is tall, so it's a little bit hard to fit into the camera, but I'm trying to keep it in frame here. So here's the other side of that page. And then on this green paper here, I have tag. This is also wrapping paper, I believe, and I backed it with some just I think this is just paper, but it's neutral color, so you can write on it. It's sewn around, and I believe I received this, if I remember right, and I think I do, from a friend in Happy Mail, and made it into this tag last year and didn't end up using it, so I got out all my Christmas stuff and started stuffing this journal full of goodies. Graph paper there, and then this is the other side of that envelope where I have some more of those little stickers, some more Christmas trees. You can't have too many Christmas trees in a Christmas journal, can you? I don't think so. And these are all different. And then here I have just, I found this little flashcard recently when I went to Dollar Tree. I found this in the Cookie Monster flashcards. It had snowflakes on it. It says white, and it has had these snowflakes on it. And I put it aside as I was showing you in my Thrifty Thursday video. I was like, oh my goodness, I have to put that in my Christmas journals, and that's what I did. So here's a little to from label here. I've got a bunch of these from thrift stores, a bunch of different kinds, and that's just one of the several, but I thought it looked good on this page, this color there. And then that's a stationery. This was the part of a greeting card, if you can see it here. I had cut it off of a greeting card last year or the year before, and had it in my stash, and I put it here, and it left this little part stick out over the side like a tab. So that turned out, it says Merry Christmas, and it turned out really cute, I thought. And then here on this last page of the first signature, a pretty belly band that I made, and here's a couple things I have stuck in there. But a pretty belly band, if you can see that, is 2 layers of scrapbook paper, cardstock, and that I just had those in my scraps from last year, and I put them together, and they look so pretty. So I made it into a belly band, and then this is a little booklet also made out of scrapbook paper scraps, 2 double-sided there, and then several little papers in there that you can write on. It's just held together with, actually it's just held together, it's not even sewn in, it's just held together with a little embroidery floss, and you can slip these out if you wanted to use them separately. You can slip them right out of the string like a traveler's notebook. They're just held in by that string, but not sewn in. And this is actually, you're probably not going to be able to see it on a video because all the punches are in there. So this is a Christmas stencil. And this is a really fun thing. So you can take this, the word joy is up here, and then a pretty like bow and decoration down here. So you punch all the little punches out, and then you can use it as a stencil. And then you have, you'll have the J-O-Y, so you could use that. And then you can also, when you punch all those little pieces out and you have it, it's kind of like, if you made this with a Cricut, you would take it out and punch all your pieces out. That's what I'm talking about. It's I didn't make it, I bought it, a little set of these, but it's really cool because once you have all those punches out, you can put it down somewhere, and then you see all the colors through that. So it has like a double use stencil, put it down on something to decorate. You have the word joy, so it has actually several uses, however you choose to use it, but it's just a fun little piece. And I had bought a couple sets of those a couple years ago, maybe even 3 now. And so I just opened up, I think it's the last set I have, because I've been putting them in my journals for a couple years. And I got them on clearance after Christmas at Michael's. They were at Michael's one year, so very cool. So here's the second signature here, starting with this pretty, these are little like presents or gifts on here, wrapped gifts on this paper. I have a little flip-up pocket here, it's a writing space in there, and then in there it's a tuck spot, and I have this long narrow tag that I made out of a scrap, and this is nice light color on the back, so it can be written on the back, journaled on. So that is in there, and I of course made that long and narrow for this long narrow journal. And then here's a little tag here to add to it. So, and this is some more pretty computer stationery with the holly around the outside, and it's a pretty color there, kind of a taupe or beige color. On the back it's white. This is a journaling card made, this front part is made, this is a napkin, and it's got a book page as a space and piano roll paper on the back for journaling, and then it's sewn around. So that is right there. Some cardstock here. On the back, this is a little scrappy notebook, and I had stamped this little Santa on that paper as like the front piece. But it's a little scrappy notebook with little paper scraps. And a cute little, this is, what is this on the top? That's either from a paper bag or wrapping paper. I'm not sure which one, but it's pretty. I like it with the red with the Santa there. And then this is a coffee dyed computer stationery here. This one I've had the longest. This is one of the first ones I ever found, this computer stationery right here. And I coffee dyed it, so you can see a little bit of the coffee staining there. And this is a doily there. It's a rectangle little doily that I actually recently found at a thrift store. This is some of my coffee dyed Astro Brights paper. That's how I got the shading on there. Ledger paper here. This is a card, long narrow Christmas card. It's got a little bit of glitter and just all kinds of, like this is a button. This is how these came. These are really cool Christmas cards that I found at a thrift store a few years ago. And I haven't used them because I don't think I've used any or hardly any of them because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with them, but it just fits so perfect in this journal, and it's got little buttons on it. I was so impressed with this card. It was just so different and so pretty. Look at a little angel there. Just so cute, little snowman. A little bit of glitter on there, and just really pretty. There's the inside of it. It's got a little bit of embossing on it too. And then here's the pocket that I have sewn into the signature in the back. It's a little. The first signature had a red one, and this one has a green one. Little decoration I have there. And then inside of this one, I have some little numbers and things like that I've cut out of scrapbook paper to just, you can put in here for you to use as you wish, but like that can be used as a number 5 or just as a decoration. This is from, I think that's from it's either Graphic 45 or Authentique. I don't remember. I think it was Authentique scrapbook paper that I had a while ago. I've used it all up. This is the last few pieces that I have. I just have a few numbers left. And these were from another scrapbook paper pad here. So, and there's another one in there too. So those are in there. And then this is the center of this signature, this pretty red. And then on the back here, I have a scrappy journal card that looks kind of Christmassy. I think these are little Christmas gnomes there. And it's all made of scraps and sewn around. And then here's the other. We're on the back half of this second signature here. And in this envelope, I have a little coffee cup tag. It's beginning to look a latte like Christmas. And then that's the back part of the card with a little sentiment. I added this sticker here. I thought it just looked like it belonged there. And it adds color to that. And that's a nice thick cardstock card. The ledger. This is a snowman. Snowman here, felt snowman. Just added as a decoration. The placemat. The coffee dyed stationery. This is a little embellishment I had made. I think I made these last year. I think I made a master board and then cut circles out of it. This is tissue paper on here. Like Christmassy tissue paper, and then added this little wooden piece and the number 25. I thought this turned out so pretty. I have a few of those. And then on this page I have clipped here some Christmassy note paper. So I have several sheets there that you can write on and add to a pocket, glue down on a page, whatever you want. But they have little stockings on there, little Christmas stockings, and it does have lines on the front, and on the back it's solid white. So lots of room for journaling in here. There's a little reindeer sticker here on this page. Let me hold it up so you can see better. And then on this one I have a little soldier. This is like a 3D sticker, or it's actually a kind of thick foam, but really cute. I recently picked those up at Hobby Lobby on clearance and just had to put one in here. Just so cute, little nutcracker type soldier sticker. And then that pretty computer stationery. And this is the last page of the journal and of this second signature. It folds out nice and big there. And then I have the pom-pom there on the back. And then this was the original, of course, back cover. And I left the little flip outs here that were here originally. So they all still flip out. So that's fun. This says Santa's house, and there's, I guess that's Santa's house. A star, and there it is. And Santa Claus, and there he is. And then you fold them up, and you have also what it says on the back. So Santa's house is there and there. The star, of course, you can see that. And there's Santa peeking out there. There he is there. And it's like he's saying goodbye. So this is so cute. Was such a cute book. You know, when I saw it, I just was like, oh my goodness, I have to make a journal out of that. I just thought it was the cutest thing. So that is everything. Now I'll probably find a few more goodies to tuck in here. But I wanted to go ahead and do this flip through and get this in my shop. So thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the first of, I think it's just going to be 3 for now. Because I don't want to, you know, I have lots of other journals I want to do before we get into any kind of holiday, you know, Halloween and fall, and I don't want to waste my summer as far as, you know, being able to do other journals besides seasonal. So, but because there's so many that we want to make, right? We always have like so many that we want to make. And you know, you've seen all my books and my Thrifty Thursday lately. I gotta get busy. So thanks for watching, and this will be in my shop, and if you need anything else, just, you know, check it out while you're there. And, you know, I always combine shipping, and I would really appreciate any subscription. If you want to subscribe or give me a like, that would be awesome, and comment. All those things help my channel, and of course, you know, all of the YouTubers appreciate that. So, you know, you can do it for me, and you can do it for everybody else too. Just thank you, and that really helps us out. So I will see you in my next video. I hope everyone's having a great week and a great day, and I'll see you then.